This is a prison where the only way to earn freedom is to survive the world's deadliest car race. Every vehicle is armed with machine guns, missiles, and deadly traps, while prisoners are forced to kill each other for the entertainment of millions. But the most shocking part is that the prison's greatest driver wasn't a criminal at all. He was an ordinary man whose life was destroyed after being framed for a murder he never committed. At the beginning of the story, we meet Jason, once known as the strongest man in the world. Now he works as a poor laborer, spending every day beside a blazing hot boiler. Despite working tirelessly, he earns only 200 rupees a day. The workers are fed up with the unfair conditions and finally lose their patience. The ruthless factory owner immediately calls in the riot police. As soon as the officers arrive, they begin attacking the workers with batons and rubber bullets. Jason rushes forward to help the injured workers. However, he is struck hard and falls to the ground. The police continue beating him mercilessly. Filled with anger, Jason grabs a policeman's baton and throws the officer to the ground. He then smashes the officer across the face with the same baton. Still furious, Jason turns around and knocks another policeman down with a single powerful strike. He shouts at the officers in pure rage. That night, after finishing work, Jason returns home. Although his job is exhausting, he has a small and loving family. His beautiful wife and their adorable baby daughter are the only joys in his life. Watching his little daughter playing peacefully in her cradle makes Jason feel like he has everything he could ever want. But that very night, his happiness is about to be destroyed forever. After taking a bath, Jason is about to have dinner with his wife. Suddenly, he finds her lying motionless on the floor. Before he can understand what has happened, he regains his senses and sees armed police officers pointing their guns at him. A blood-stained knife is still in his hand. Without asking any questions, the police assume that Jason murdered his wife. As a result, the innocent man is falsely accused of the crime and sent to the infamous Terminal Island prison. The moment he arrives, guards drench him with ice-cold water and beat him brutally. They even throw white disinfectant powder over his wounds, officially turning him into a new inmate. Jason is placed in a prison cell with 3 dangerous criminals who stare at him with threatening expressions. The moment the guard walks away, loud sounds of fighting echo from inside the cell. The guard laughs, believing the 3 thugs are teaching the newcomer a lesson, but when he returns, the sight leaves him completely shocked. Jason stands calmly with his hands in his pockets as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, all 3 thugs are lying helplessly on the floor. The next morning, Jason becomes the center of attention as soon as he enters the prison cafeteria. Every prisoner is talking about the mysterious newcomer. Before becoming a laborer, Jason was a famous professional racing champion. After getting married and becoming a father, he left the racing world behind. No one ever imagined that he would end up in prison. While Jason is quietly eating, a group of bald prisoners suddenly surrounds him. They belong to the Brotherhood gang and are clearly looking for trouble. One of them deliberately spits into Jason's food. A moment later, their arrogant leader, Rex, walks over and stands directly behind him. Unfortunately for Rex, he has no idea who he is dealing with. Jason suddenly gets up and smashes a plate across Rex's face. Another gang member rushes in, but Jason takes him down just as easily. Then a third attacker throws a hard punch. Enraged, Jason uses the broken plate to shatter the man's leg. After the violent fight, Jason is brought before Grace. Grace is a ruthless prison administrator with blonde hair and a cold personality. Whenever someone displeases her, she has them beaten without hesitation. However, she also knows about Jason's legendary racing career and impressive record. That is why she wants him to compete in the deadly death race held inside Terminal Island prison. The prison broadcasts these races live to earn huge amounts of money. The more violent the race becomes, the higher the television ratings. The prison's most popular racer was a mysterious masked prisoner. But during the previous race, his greatest rival, Victor, fired a cannon at him and blasted him into the air. His death caused the show's ratings to drop dramatically. To bring back those lost viewers, Grace wants Jason to wear the dead racer's mask and take his place. She offers him an irresistible deal. If Jason wins 5 death races, he will earn his freedom and be released from prison forever. Thinking about his beloved daughter, Jason has no choice but to accept the offer. He is taken to a workshop and assigned to the late masked racer's pit crew. The team is led by a skilled and experienced mechanic known as Coach. The rest of the crew also welcomes Jason warmly. They introduce him to the terrifying race car he will be driving. It is a heavily modified Ford Mustang powered by a massive V8 engine. The engine produces an incredible 850 horsepower and 700 pound-feet of torque. Coach has also equipped the car with several custom upgrades. Its body is protected by 0.75-inch thick bulletproof armor. A massive 6-inch iron shield covers the rear, which Coach proudly calls the Tombstone. 2 heavy machine guns are mounted on the front of the vehicle. The car is also loaded with petrol bombs, smoke bombs, and multiple escape mechanisms. This is far more than an ordinary race car. It is a deadly machine built for survival and destruction. Jason notices a button marked with a danger symbol. He assumes it controls a deadly missile. However, it turns out to be only just a lighter. Coach then explains the other deadly racers competing in the death race. Leo is a Chinese-American criminal with a business degree and a brilliant but dangerous mind. He has already killed 4 people during previous death races. Another racer, Ghost, is a ruthless killer with a ghost tattoo on his body. He is obsessed with Grace and has already taken the lives lives of 12 people. Rex is the powerful leader of the Brotherhood gang and one of the toughest prisoners. The most dangerous competitor of all is Machine Gun Victor. He is the top-ranked racer and the former masked racer's greatest rival. It was Victor who destroyed the previous masked racer by blasting him with a powerful cannon. While they are talking, a new group of prisoners arrives. Each prisoner is wearing a GPS tracking bracelet. Coach explains that these bracelets are used to stop death row inmates from escaping. The moment Jason sees the bracelet, he is reminded of the night his wife was murdered. He remembers that the mysterious killer was wearing a similar bracelet. A disturbing thought crosses his mind. Was his wife's murder connected to his imprisonment and participation in the death race? Jason silently decides to uncover the truth without revealing his suspicions. Soon, race day finally arrives. Jason puts on the famous mask and walks through the cheering crowd before climbing into his car. Just then, a bus arrives carrying several beautiful women. They have been selected from the women's prison to serve as navigators for the racers. Jason's navigator is Lily. She is stunning, fearless, and knows the secret behind the new masked racer. After the car doors close, Jason removes his mask. Lily is surprised to see the man hiding behind it. Meanwhile, the death race begins broadcasting live across the country. The return of the masked racer attracts millions of viewers, breaking every previous record. Grace is thrilled because his plan is working perfectly. Finally, the race begins. As soon as the starting lights turn green, every car speeds off the line. During the first lap, weapons are disabled, so the racers rely only on speed and driving skill. Several cars immediately begin ramming Jason's vehicle. Fortunately, Lily knows every corner of the track. She tells Jason to drive through a blocked shortcut. The risky move allows him to overtake several racers at once, but Victor refuses to let him get away. Victor drives a heavily modified Dodge Ram pickup truck. The vehicle is equipped with sharp front spikes, massive machine guns on both sides, and a rocket launcher mounted on the roof. It looks like a monster on wheels. Victor crashes directly into Jason's car. Unable to match the attack, Jason quickly escapes onto a narrower route. At Grace's command, the race's weapon systems are activated. Now the racers must drive over special symbols painted on the track. Driving over a sword symbol unlocks weapons. A shield symbol activates defensive equipment. There is also a deadly skull symbol that can instantly destroy a vehicle. Ghost has just eliminated another racer and becomes overconfident. Moments later, he accidentally gets in Victor's way. Furious, Victor locks onto Ghost. As soon as Victor activates his weapons, he opens fire with a storm of bullets. Ghost quickly drives over a shield symbol. Thick oil begins pouring out from the back of his car. Victor loses control and his truck skids across the track. On the next lap, Ghost confidently targets Leo. However, Leo has a deadly surprise waiting. He releases a trail of sharp metal spikes behind his car. Ghost's tires are instantly shredded. A speeding car from behind slams into him. His vehicle flips through the air several times. Leo doesn't stop there. He waits for the perfect moment and launches a missile. Ghost's car explodes into pieces. Although Ghost survives and crawls out of the wreckage, he is badly injured. The horrifying crash sends television ratings soaring. Watching the numbers rise, Grace smiles with satisfaction. The race continues. Jason finally unlocks his weapons, but his machine guns refuse to fire. Without hesitation, Lily climbs halfway out of the moving car and repeatedly strikes the jammed weapon. At the same time, a female navigator in a nearby car leans out and opens fire on them. Jason quickly hides behind another vehicle for cover. Suddenly, Victor joins the attack and unleashes another relentless barrage. Just in time, Lily manages to fix the machine gun and climbs safely back inside. Jason and Lily exchange a confident smile. Jason realizes that Lily is far braver than she first appeared. To protect themselves from Victor's powerful cannon, Jason activates the defense system, but nothing happens. The protective equipment completely fails to respond. It becomes clear that someone has sabotaged the car. The other racers notice Jason's weakness. They push Victor aside and surround Jason, determined to eliminate him. The rear of Jason's car is almost completely destroyed. Jason suddenly tells Lily, "Sit on my lap." For a brief moment, Lily misunderstands his words. She thinks he is joking at the worst possible time, but Jason has a completely different plan in mind. Jason simply throws the petrol bomb attached to his car toward his opponent. The explosion destroys the enemy's vehicle, and Jason cleverly eliminates him. Grace is delighted by Jason's performance. After that, Jason accelerates and begins chasing another car. Behind the wheel is Rex, the leader of the Brotherhood gang. Rex makes a hand gesture that instantly reminds Jason of the mysterious killer he saw before. For a brief moment, Jason loses his focus. Taking advantage of the distraction, Victor crashes into Jason's car with tremendous force. The impact knocks Jason out of the race. As a result, he finishes in 6th place. After the race, Jason returns to the workshop. Coach carefully inspects the damaged car. He discovers that the defensive fuel tank is completely full. This leaves everyone wondering why the defense system failed during the race. While the others are confused, Jason begins connecting the pieces. He becomes convinced that Grace is behind everything. Jason believes Grace framed him for his wife's murder so she could force him to compete in the death race. When Grace invites him to enter the next race, Jason immediately refuses. However, Grace has already prepared another way to control him. She places a photograph of Jason's daughter in front of him. His daughter has been adopted, and Grace is the only person who knows where she is. Jason is consumed with anger, but to protect his daughter, he is forced to accept Grace's conditions. He realizes that escaping escaping prison and reuniting with his daughter is now his only goal. At the same time, he vows to expose the people responsible for his wife's death. Late that night, while the prison sleeps, Jason secretly enters the Brotherhood gang's workshop. But Rex and his men are already waiting for him. Several bald gang members armed with clubs surround Jason. They begin beating him mercilessly. Rex joins the attack, determined to take revenge for the cafeteria fight. He strikes Jason with a powerful electric baton. Outnumbered and restrained, Jason has no chance to fight back. Rex lands another heavy kick that nearly knocks Jason unconscious. Just as Rex prepares to deliver the final blow, he suddenly cries out in pain. One of Jason's teammates attacks Rex from behind. Enraged, Rex turns his attention toward the newcomer. Jason immediately seizes the opportunity. He grabs a heavy iron bar from the ground and smashes it into a guard's leg. With his captors distracted, Jason frees himself. He picks up a fire extinguisher and knocks one thug to the ground with a single powerful strike. The remaining gang members hesitate after seeing Jason fight back so fiercely. Jason slams another thug against the wall and lands a crushing punch that leaves his face covered in blood. He continues attacking without giving his opponent a chance to recover. A powerful sidekick sends another thug flying across the workshop. The remaining gang members are terrified. Jason looks completely unstoppable. He grabs a heavy toolbox and smashes it into another thug's back with full force. The man collapses in agony. Jason still refuses to stop. He grabs the thug by his vest, lifts him into the air, and throws him into a nearby metal rack. Then he drags him back to the floor, ready to finish the fight. Terrified, the thug finally breaks down and reveals the truth. He confesses that Grace ordered everything. Jason's suspicions are finally confirmed. Just as Jason prepares to continue, a prison guard sneaks up behind him. The guard fires a stun gun, knocking Jason unconscious. Later, Jason is thrown back into his prison cell to prepare for the next death race. Soon, race day arrives once again. As soon as the lights turn green, every racer speeds away. Surprisingly, Jason's car remains completely still. Only after the other racers have moved far ahead does he slowly begin driving. Coach watches from a distance, unable to understand Jason's strange strategy. In reality, Jason has another plan. He drives into an abandoned factory with Lily still sitting beside him. Then he grabs the lever for Lily's ejector seat and threatens to activate it unless she tells him the truth. He demands to know why his car's defense system failed during the previous race. At first, Lily refuses to answer, but when she realizes Jason is serious, she finally confesses. She admits that she sabotaged the car under Grace's orders. Grace wanted Jason to lose the race, so he would remain in prison and continue racing for her forever. After hearing the truth, Jason pushes the accelerator to the floor. He activates the nitrous boost. The car shoots forward at incredible speed and catches up with the other racers within moments. Jason looks toward Grace watching from above and silently promises to make her pay. He then slams Victor's vehicle with a powerful hit. Before Victor can react, his truck spins off the track. However, Jason is not interested in finishing Victor. His real target is Rex, the man he believes is connected to his wife's murder. Jason closes the distance between their cars. The two vehicles collide repeatedly, sending showers of sparks across the track. Lily screams, warning Jason to activate the car's defensive shield. Ignoring Lily's warning, Jason reaches for the weapon button, determined to take his revenge. At the same time, Rex unlocks his weapons and opens fire on Jason. Instead of running away, Jason does something completely unexpected. He reverses his car and fires a powerful laser cannon at Rex. With Jason driving backward, both vehicles exchange heavy gunfire. Moments later, Jason activates a defense button. He quickly turns the car around and releases a thick cloud of smoke. The black smoke completely surrounds Rex's car, leaving him unable to see the track. Blinded by the smoke, Rex loses control and his car flips over. Jason slows down and allows the other racers to pass him. As soon as Rex crawls out of the wreckage, Jason reverses his car and puts on the masked racer's helmet. Ignoring Lily's protests, he steps out of the vehicle and walks straight toward Rex. Jason overpowers him and breaks his neck with his bare hands. This act is a direct challenge to Grace. Watching everything through the live cameras, Grace is furious. However, she cannot stop Jason openly. Instead, she decides to make the race even more deadly. She orders the release of her most powerful weapon. Within moments, a gigantic monster truck known as the Dreadnought enters the track. The massive vehicle is equipped with powerful cannons and deadly missiles. Its rooftop cannons begin firing in every direction. The entire racetrack erupts into flames as explosions shake the arena. Several race cars are destroyed instantly. The monster truck charges directly toward Jason while blasting fire from both sides. Leo accidentally crashes into the side of the enormous truck. Sharp steel spikes extend from the truck's giant wheels and tear through Leo's car. The female navigator beside Leo is killed in the devastating impact. A heavy chain with large hooks then shoots out from the rear of the monster truck and catches Leo's vehicle. Leo is dragged helplessly as the truck crushes his car beyond repair. Soon, only Jason and Victor remain in the race. Jason contacts his teammate and asks him to deliver a message to Victor. He tells Victor that they must work together to destroy the monster truck. Putting their rivalry aside, both racers coordinate their attack. They position their cars directly in front of the giant vehicle. Then they accelerate to the same speed and drive over the deadly skull button at the exact same moment. The combined attack destroys Grace's ultimate weapon. Jason wins the race. The entire prison and erupts in celebration as the inmates cheer for him. Meanwhile, Grace watches in complete frustration. She realizes that bringing Jason into the death race was her biggest mistake. The situation is quickly slipping beyond her control. Grace secretly vows to eliminate Jason during the final race. After all, the audience only cares about the masked racer. No one knows who is actually behind the mask. Before the final race, Grace gathers all the prisoners for a meeting. While everyone is away from the workshop, her men secretly plant a powerful bomb beneath Jason's car. During the meeting, Grace announces that the winner of the final race will earn complete freedom. However, Jason no longer believes a single word she says. He knows that no racer has ever left this prison alive. After the meeting, Coach secretly shows Jason a video recording. The footage captures the crash that destroyed Ghost's car. Jason immediately understands the hidden message. The video contains the key to escaping the prison. Later that night, Jason secretly visits Victor's workshop. The two quietly make preparations for their final plan. Soon, the last death race begins. Only Jason and Victor remain to fight for survival. To guarantee Jason's defeat, Victor's car is upgraded with multiple rocket launchers capable of destroying almost any defense. Jason also climbs into his car. Lily once again joins him as his navigator. Before the race begins, Lily reveals Grace's plan to destroy Jason's car with the hidden bomb. It is clear that Lily has now chosen Jason's side. As soon as the race starts, both cars launch forward at full speed. Unknown to Jason, the corrupt prison guards secretly disable his weapon controls. At the same time, Victor's weapons remain fully operational. The race quickly turns into a one-sided hunt. Even Jason's defensive systems refuse to work. Everything seems designed to ensure his defeat. Victor confidently unleashes a relentless barrage of bullets. Jason has very few options left. He releases the heavy metal shield attached to the rear of his car onto the track. Victor reacts quickly and narrowly avoids the obstacle. Jason continues driving at top speed. Finally, he spots a working defense button ahead. Just as he reaches for it, Victor fires a powerful cannon shell. The explosion destroys the button before Jason can activate it. Victor immediately launches several deadly missiles. The missiles narrowly miss Jason's car and slam into the wall ahead, creating a massive explosion. Without slowing down, Jason drives straight through the blazing fire. His car smashes through the prison wall at full speed. Victor follows closely behind, refusing to let him escape. Everything had been planned in advance. Jason and Victor had secretly worked together to break through the prison and escape. Both cars raced at full speed toward the bridge ahead. Grace was furious after realizing she had been completely deceived. She immediately ordered the live broadcast to be shut down. Then she commanded her guards to capture the escaping racers. Suddenly, Grace remembered one final backup plan. She grabbed the remote control connected to the bomb hidden beneath Jason's car. Believing the bomb was still in place, she confidently pressed the button to blow up the vehicle. However, nothing happened. Unknown to Grace, Coach had secretly replaced the real bomb with a harmless one. Grace was overwhelmed with anger. She immediately ordered a helicopter to join the pursuit. Meanwhile, dozens of police vehicles chased Jason and Victor across the roads. Lily worried that they had no way to escape, but Jason remained completely calm. He told Lily to pull the lever at the front of the car. Earlier, Jason had secretly installed a powerful petrol bomb as part of his escape plan. The explosion cleared the road ahead, allowing both cars to break through the police blockade. After reaching a safe location, Jason and Victor went their separate ways. They wished each other luck before disappearing in different directions. Realizing the escape was slipping away, Grace ordered every unit to capture Jason, but catching him was far from easy. Jason looked at Lily one last time before jumping out of the moving car and disappearing. Lily continued driving to distract the pursuing officers. From the helicopter, the police could not clearly see who was inside the vehicle. They continued chasing the car without realizing Jason was already gone. Eventually, Lily stopped the car in a deserted area. She put on the masked racer's helmet and climbed onto the roof of the vehicle. Within moments, the police surrounded her from every direction. They believed they had finally captured Jason. What they didn't know was that the real Jason and Victor had already escaped by hiding aboard a passing train. Both men were relieved to have survived. Their only regret was that Grace had escaped justice. Meanwhile, Grace proudly believed she had won. As she celebrated her victory, a guard handed her a gift box. Smiling with satisfaction, she opened it without hesitation. The moment she looked inside, her expression changed completely. Hidden inside the box was a bomb. It was a final surprise prepared by Coach. 6 months later, Jason and Victor were living in Mexico. Together, they opened a car repair shop that specialized in building high-performance racing vehicles. One day, a sleek sports car pulled into the garage. A beautiful woman stepped out. It was Lily. She warmly embraced Jason after seeing him again. A moment later, Jason brought his young daughter over to meet her. With this, the story turned to its end.